Hello, good people. Thanks for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Ann, and on my channel, I review foreign shows. You know what I usually say, right? We travel around the world sitting on our couches. How fun is that? You never know which country we're gonna end up next. Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ann. And on my channel, I review foreign international content. So if you're new for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're an oldie but a goodie and coming back again, thank you for the support. Today, I'm back to review another excellent foreign show from South Korea. South Korea is just killing it with all the good shows. At first, I have to say, when I heard about HELLBOUND, I saw the preview and I was like, oh no. It's like a horror looking show, and I have to say, horror is not my genre, right? And then I heard that the person who did HELLBOUND is the same, I think, director from Train to Busan. If you saw that, if you love horror movies or shows, you have to watch Train to Busan. It was very well done. So when I heard that, and then someone said, if you liked Squid Game, and if you have not watched Squid Game, you must be under a rock, you have to watch that, then you would like this. So then I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a chance, because this dropped maybe about a week ago, but I was just like, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. And I have to say off the bat, and like you saw what I wrote, the first 3 episodes were fire. They were great. Like, they just grabbed you and you are like, what's gonna happen next and what is going on? Anyway, for people who have not watched HELLBOUND or don't know what this is, so the premise of the show really is, we're told there is you get a decree that says on this day at this time you are going to die and you're going to hell. So people get this, and it's like, what? At first, people are like, it's crazy. No. And then these monsters, which they call them angels, but I was just like, what? No, they're not angels, they're demons. Seriously, if you're being sent to hell, you cannot be an angel. What? And for sure, if they say that time and day, they show up. These 3 looking monsters, looking very CGI, things come and pretty much, let's just say, first of all, like, kill you, and the way they do it, it's so graphic, and then like burn you to hell. You really are like burnt, and the only thing that's remaining is a skeleton, and that's what's happening right there to that dude. And so what happens is we're introduced to several stories. I love the story of the cop and his daughter, who's being played by one of our favorites, really. We loved her so much in Hello Me. So if you haven't watched Hello Me, she was so good in that. Anyway, she's in this one for like, I think the first episode or 2, actually the 3 episodes, right? And we're told of her story and her dad, where their mom died, and she's always wanted revenge on the person that killed the mom. So that's her motivation. And then in the process of all that, we are introduced to the character of Yo An-in, who you know is so good. If you watched #Alive, he's very good with this horror, mysterious looking shows. So obviously he's in this one, and he's playing this truth. There's some sort of a church cult called, I believe, the Truth Seekers, and he's become like now the leader, because he's the one who's telling people, this is happening. If you have sinned, by the way, which was crazy, if you have sinned and you get the decree that says you are going to die, you're gonna die. And people are like, no. But to convince them, he records it live when it's happening. And people are like, what in the world is going on? So they start to believe him and join his little church and cult or whatever it is. But you have to keep watching, because he's also, kind of in the same boat. And why he's telling this? I mean, was he telling the truth? Yes, he was. Because when you get a decree, these things show up, right? And then there was the story of the single mom, which I love. And once again, I don't understand. They're being sent to hell because they've committed these sins. But we did not get a good explanation. What did you do so badly that this is how you end up in hell? Like all the characters they introduced, the single mom. I mean, there was the guy who's in the coffee shop. They just all seem like innocent people. And the question is, you have sinned. Who has not sinned? In that case, shouldn't everybody be condemned? Like, why are they only picking these different people? And really, even at the end of the show, the last fourth or fifth episode, they introduced a baby. A baby who was just born is decreed to die, to go to hell. The baby hasn't even said the first word. You want to tell me they've sinned? So yeah, I have an attitude with, the devil or whoever is that is doing this, because these people don't look like such bad people. They're just going through life, and we all make mistakes. So I'm like, what? This is why there needs to be God and the real heaven for redemption, because if it's based on this, then we're all going to hell. We're all going to hell because nobody will make it, right? So then I thought what was interesting is the first 3 episodes, they have us following this, the cop and the daughter, and then obviously they show this happening live, and then everybody's losing their minds because, oh my God, we're all gonna go to hell. People start confessing. It was crazy. I'm sorry if I've ever done anything, because now they're thinking they're coming for me. I really loved how they brought us the first 3 episodes. It was so intriguing. You wanted to see what's next. And then in the middle of the series, we go to episode 4, and it's a complete storyline. And I was like, why did you do that? I mean, don't get me wrong, the last 3 were also okay, but it was such a disjointed way to introduce another character, and then you don't tell us what happened to the other characters that you had introduced to us. And I'm interested now, I'm vested. I want to know what happens to the cop, the daughter. Are they still with us? Did they get hellbound? They don't explain any of that. We go to the story of the reporter and his wife who just had a baby, and now the baby is condemned, and people are like, why would you condemn a baby who's never sinned? So that's where they lost me. And I felt like the pace on episode, the last 3 episodes, I think it was 4, 5, and 6, got slower. And then now I'm just like, what is going on? And it felt like we didn't get answers. And then we've got this group that now becomes a huge cult that is really taking advantage of people. We've got that crazy guy on the internet dressed really crazy, who is scaring people. And then we have that group, the Arrowhead, that really, they should all go to hell, if you ask me, because they're going out there beating people, I guess, if you don't believe or whatever. And I'm like, who is making the decisions of who gets to go to hell? Because I don't trust your judgment at all. And what I also thought they should have at least done, so that we are excited about season 2, or as the series progress, because there's definitely gonna be a season 2, is they should have given us a little bit of who is sending these monsters. Like, where are they coming from, right? Like, are we just to assume that the devil is sending them? And if you're using the logic of heaven and hell, how do you condemn a baby? That didn't make sense. And then to finish it all off in episode 6, one of the people who died, I'm not gonna say who, just in case you haven't watched, I don't want to do a spoiler. One of the people who gets condemned and dies, and we saw the skeleton as the series, episode 6, as it's ending, they get resurrected. They come back. Their whole body, the whole body comes back, and they come back to life. And I'm like, what? We have a resurrection? So what is this? Are they being sent, maybe not to hell, but to wherever, purgatory or whatever that is? Maybe if you go and plead your case, you're sent back? What is going on? We need answers. What is freaking going on? So obviously, I'm interested to see season 2. Then maybe it will make me completely love the whole show. But to me, the first 3 episodes were really this show. And I wish they had just kept us with those same characters all the way to the end, because that was good. To introduce another storyline in the middle of the series was like, what? I'm invested now with these people you just introduced to me, and now you're giving me a different storyline with different characters and their Hellbound stories. That's where I got lost. That being said, very interesting. I'm interested to see season 2 because I want answers. I want to know where these people are coming from. I want to know who's making the decision or who's hellbound, because I don't trust you. I don't think you are doing a good thing. Like, you need to give us characters who are like really sinful for you to convince us that they should definitely go to hell. But the characters that we were given as examples of who got the decree to go to hell, they were like normal people, like me and you. So in that case, the whole world should go to hell. That's just me. That's just me. But it's a very thought-provoking show. I'll give them that. It makes you like, your mind is like, what's going on? Anyway, have you watched it? Let me know what you think. Did you love the whole show, or did you have just certain parts that you enjoyed like me? The first 3 episodes? Oh yeah, it was fantastic. It was good. I felt like, like I said, maybe changing the storyline mid is kind of what made me pull back, like, why? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you love the video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help to support my channel. I'm currently reviewing The King's Affection. I do that every week. So if you're watching that, please join me. Let's talk about The King's Affection. And I'll see you again when I'm reviewing another excellent foreign international show. Deuces.